as they're about to start off. You see the distinctive pace of Eddie Moran over the ball. Jamie Ruther not far from him. The team can go forward or backwards, and it's going backwards from Eddie Moran. Tom Kennedy. Tom Kennedy in front of us. Long ball down the line. And it's taken by the Marske defender and played back to keeper Norton. Norton takes his time, plays it out to the left-hand side, into the Jeff Layson. Those that know the setup, the Riverside Stadium. There seems to be a cameraman in evidence on the top of that stand there today, so perhaps there'll be some footage at some stage. And the steam engine, quite a dramatic steam engine, thunders past the John Fox stand. It's the optics here make it look as though it's going across the stand roof, which is entertainment. But the ball is back in play, and it's down the left-hand side for Ramsbottom United. Nick Evangelinos working for it, and finds Rother. Rother looks up, and it looks like Fishwick down the line on that far-hand side. Good ball from Fishwick, looks to find Ira Gooden. Gooden still has possession, he's worked well for this. It looks as though he's been dispossessed, but he's still got it. He wriggles out of it, goes over, ref has none of it, and it's time for Marske United to find a quick running centre forward who's run well. And danger here for the Rams as Marske link up, and it's just wide. I thought that had gone in initially, and it just slid wide. Just sign of the dangers on a Ramsbottom face. Very, very swift move from Marske, and showed the danger there. Lovely touch, I thought, from Stevenson to play his fellow forward in. The referee's actually blown. It looks as though it might not have counted the ball. Looks as though it's being replaced, and we'll just wait and see what exactly has happened, whether the ball is pumped up correctly. Tom Kennedy moves to the sidelines with the ball, clutching it. Referee's signalling for something. I'm not quite sure what, and we'll see exactly what exactly. We didn't see what.
I think they've just swapped the ball.
The ball looks as though it was replaced, and Tom Stewart checks the pressure in the ball this time. Slightly surprised that wasn't checked before the kick-off. Perhaps it was. And it's going to be a goal kick. We know that Stewart has got a mighty kick. He can find 60-70 metres easily, and so it's a long goal kick, and it's a long one into the half of Marske United. Not quite as long as some, but it's about 60 metres. Finds, it looks like Ruben Jerome was working for it. Moves down the left-hand side into Adam Clark, and my favourite area of the pitch, which is very difficult to pick out exactly sometimes with people stood in front of it, what's happening down there. And it's a throw into Marske. Only as far as Tom Kennedy though. Kennedy controls it, looks to lay it back down the line. This time Marske a little bit scrappy at the moment, referee's blown, and it looks as though the ball may have gone out of play. So it's 0-0 here at the Riverside Stadium, an entertaining game in prospect, with Anna Lothian and I reporting on the game between Ramsbottom United and Marske United. A few minutes in now, entertaining start to the game, one good chance for Marske, which a very swift move was only just swept wide of Tom Stewart's goal. And the Rams, bit of a let-off I think for the Rams. A lot of people thought that one was in, and it would have been a devastating start. But it's now with Ramsbottom United, a long ball into the box. Ira Gooden fighting for it at the far end, and Jamie Rother covering the ground as he so often does. Finds Gooden, but Gooden can't keep it in, and it's a Marske for him on the far side. Marske in no particular hurry, looking up. It's brought out of defence, and then a nice short ball towards the halfway line, looking for the movement ahead of him. And Marske quite happy to play the ball around at the back, no rush and hurried style of play on the deck, which is always good to see. And it's back to keeper Norton. Norton looks up, it's ball still live, it's towards the halfway line, flicked on, and it looks as though the man is away on the far side in front of the Williams Stadium stand, and it's a low driven cross and a corner, and Marske breaking at pace on her. Twice they've looked dangerous, and there's a bit of menace about the way they move forward. No messing about, no unnecessary touches, and suddenly Rams have turned, and they could pay for that. So a couple of times that Marske have impressed me in the first few minutes.
I think it's their number 9, Andrew.
Yes, he's caught my eye as well. He seems to have a very good touch, very good at taking the ball on the run. The corner comes in, and keeper Stewart makes it look easy, takes a few steps with the ball, waits for his teammates to clear, rolls it out to Tom Kennedy, a very accomplished left back on this side in front of us, in front of the hospitality suite here at the Riverside. Anna Lothian and I bringing you the game today. Kennedy down the line, low down the line, and it's back with Kennedy again, looking to probe, prompt, steps inside, finds Luke Thompson, the returning Luke Thompson. Delighted the crowd when he came back to Ramsbottom. Slight surprise when he left over the summer. ball's played down the far side, and it's like Fishwick carries the ball forward with pace, and Fishwick not scared. He impressed Adam Clark and I the other day when he came on. Seems to have a few attacking dimensions, and he proved that there as he drove forward. Been described as a wing-back type of full-back, and not scared to go forward, and he drove Ramsbottom forward there. Balls with Eddie Moran driven into the box, but it looks as though it's quite comfortable to keeper Norton. 0-0 here at Ramsbottom, 7 or 8 minutes into the game, played in the fading sunshine here at the Riverside. Lovely winter's day here in Ramsbottom. It's going to get cold shortly, and we'll see how that affects the pitch and conditions, but the pitch is in good condition at the moment, surprisingly good, and it's led to an open flowing kind of first few minutes here at the Riverside. Enjoyable start to the game. Marske showing their threat on the counter on a couple of occasions already. Ball is with Ramsbottom number 10, Richie Baker, and the ball has changed again, so there seems the players not quite comfortable with the balls. I think they have 6 match balls here at the Rams, and they tend to go. They're on to number 3, I'm advised. It usually happens when they go out over the top of the stand, but the issue seems to be are they pumped up to the right pressure today? So it's number 3, unless of course it was number 1 returning after a brief rejig. Of course, that's possible, but players seem happy with what they've got. And it's a free kick to Ramsbottom, just in front of the Jeff Lay stand, about 40 yards out. A chance for them to keep the pressure on. A few players stood over it, no particular rush for them. It's played forward, and it's number 3 Kennedy, who's so instrumental the other night, picking up the pieces and driving the team forward. And he finds Fishwick, the 2 fullbacks combining very well yet again. And the on-rushing Ramsbottom attack can't quite pick it. A few players gone down. Ruben Jerome scraps for it, the powerful figure of Ruben Jerome. It's still live, the ball, it's bouncing around. It looks like Jamie Rodders picks up the pieces, plays it back to Moran, and he tries to find Kennedy, but the ball's intercepted by the hard running Marske defence. Looks like a throw-in has been given this side down towards their own goal for the light blue clad figures of Marske United, looking to get forward themselves. Very entertaining first few minutes here at the Riverside. And Kennedy emerges with the ball and plays it forward to Lugsden, and back to Tom Stewart, the custodian. And the quite dramatic green, very high visibility green that Tom Stewart seems to favour, and it's certainly visible for us in the commentary booth. And it enables Ramsbottom to move forward again. Cut out by Marske. They then look for the counter, and Fishwick reads it well, looks up, he's looking to link with his fellow fullback Kennedy on every occasion. The dink around the corner doesn't quite come off on the far side, and it looks as though it's going to be a Marske United throw-in. So a very entertaining start. The good-natured crew in the next booth to us from Marske United, because they're enjoying the start of the game. We sat here next to the announcers' booth in our own Roach Valley Radio facility with Anna Louthian today. Welcome to the team, Anna. Hope you're going to enjoy the time with Roach Valley Radio, and of course the seasoned head of Adam Clark, making sure things move smoothly in the background as well. We might hear from him at half-time if he'd like to give us an update as to what's happening elsewhere in the UK. So it's another stop ball. This time it's from Marske United, midway inside their own half. To my left, keeper Norton moves forward to release it, and it's a jog up and intercepted by Lugsden. Lugsden to Kennedy. Kennedy, a long driven ball, but it doesn't find a man. I think Ruben Jerome slightly expecting something different there, and it's through to custodian Norton in the equally bright yellow this time, whereas Stewart is wearing green, and Norton seems to have elected to an equally high vis yellow option to our left. So conditions darken, that might be useful to us. Ball's with Marske United pressing forward on the far wing, looking to get the cross in. Cross does come in, but Richie Baker intercepts it and sets Ira Gooden away on the far side. Gooden, good touch, down the right it goes, skins a man, carries on going. Very silky skills by Gooden. He's impressed everybody, I think, at the Rams this year. He still has it, made good progress. He must have covered 60-70 yards before the fullback suddenly manages to intercept. But I think Gooden's got the throw in, and he must have made up 70-80 yards all by himself, and he's put Ramsbottom in an attacking position. And Tom Kennedy, left back, moves across to the right side to take. It's either a corner or a dead ball, we're not quite sure. But Tom Kennedy, the dead ball specialist for the Rams, stands over the corner flag. And, you can see why his particular skill set was chosen. Master of the dead ball delights us when free kicks of his. invariably on target, often in the net. And Kennedy's in swinger, and the man goes up, and it's in. Kennedy, you can see why they brought him a header in. The keeper seems slightly down, slow, and I gather that Richie Baker is claiming it as Baker, the number 10. I'm not sure if he scored before for the Rams, not that I'm aware of, and it was quite a simple goal. The in-swinger from Kennedy, a bit of a vicious swerve on it, and Baker met it. The keeper seemed to, I'm not sure whether he fumbled it or was a bit slowed down, but I was slightly surprised it was through, and the Rams have the lead here, and about 12 minutes or so into the game, and Rams 10 minutes and 9 minutes, I'm told, for the start for the goal, and what a simple goal it was. You saw why Kennedy was chosen to take that dead ball, because his is the assist, and what a great corner it was. Devilish corner, swinging in with pace, with dip and swerve, and Baker was on the end of it and headed powerfully past the Marske keeper. So they'll be a bit disappointed, Marske, I think, to be one behind at this stage. They've certainly not started badly, but a bit of a sucker punch. And I suppose it was credit to Ira Gooden, who kept going and going and going on an epic run, and then won the corner. And that was duly dispatched by Richie Baker, his first goal for Ramsbottom United, to some acclaim by the faithful on the left-hand side, and Ramsbottom have the lead here at the Riverside. Anna, what was your view of that goal?
Yes, it was a good goal. Straight in the net.
Yeah, it was one that slightly surprised, because it was a great corner, and the corner had all the pace on it, and Baker met it well. I thought the keeper had it. It just seemed to go through him. But this time it's a dead ball from Marske, who's looking to hit back straight away. Ball is with Tom Stewart. There's a lot of enjoyment in the next booth to us, as something has pleased the Marske United fans. Well-attended group to our left, in good spirits. Hope they enjoy the section and the time here at Ramsbottom, perhaps other than the result, as sometimes denotes. And we gather. And somebody seems to have won the magnificent prize of the golden goal. In fact, yours truly forgot to check his. Obviously, if they're celebrating, that indicates that my luck may not be might not be as good as theirs. But good luck to them. Well done. A lot of delight from the Marske United and a good-natured crew. As Rother looks to set one up, and he has set one up, and he dips just over the bar. That is the body shape of Jamie Rother wrapping himself around it, and he dipped and swerved and just skimmed the crossbar, and that would have been an exceptional goal if that one had just nestled in. Sadly for the Rams, that wasn't to be, but Rams playing well in these opening minutes, and Jamie Rother nearly doubled the goal tally. Kennedy sets up Evangelinos down the left-hand side. It's intercepted by Marske number 5, Craig Gott, who plays it back to keeper Jack Norton. Norton in his dramatic yellow ensemble, quite a simple looking forward. And Stevenson, a flying flick on again. He seems to be adept at those, of just ensuring that the move stays live. Sadly for Stevenson, the right wing around wasn't quite on the same wavelength, and it went out for this time a Ramsbottom goal kick. So there's a good-natured banter in the adjoining booth, well patronised by the Marske United faithful. Hope they're enjoying the trip here to Ramsbottom. They certainly seem to be enjoying themselves, looking at some of the faces in there with a bit of hospitality to boot. So good occasion for them, as Jamie Rother picks up the pieces, looks to find the influential Rhys Fishwick, who impressed Adam Clark and I on Tuesday, and he continues to do so today. Gooden back to the ball, and he's really cleverly flicked that through, and he's gone down, and Ramsbottom linking the moves together very well. A lot of confidence flooding through the Ramsbottom side today, as both Fishwick and Gooden looking to take players on the far side. It's with Fishwick, throws it into Eddie Moran. That with Fishwick, looks to go forward yet again. Another strong surging run by Fishwick, really impressing us, but it's intercepted by Marske. Danger here. Luckily for the Rams, Richie Baker has intercepted it himself, able to avert the danger. Ball is stopped again. The referee indicates an infringement. What balls have gone, so we'll see what exactly he's given. I didn't see an infringement, but the referee who was on the spot clearly did. And it looks as though Rams have got the award. And Richie Baker stood over the ball, and he plays it forward to Ruben Jerome, plays it out to the influential Gooden. Gooden beats his man, goes down, and Ruben Gooden is causing real problems for the Marske left back today. A couple of times he's pushed and gone, and he was dispatched unceremoniously there for a free kick. The referee has something to say. I'm sure that the full-back will be advised that one more of those, lad, and he'll be in the book from a referee myself. That's what I would advise. And he's having quite a long chat with the full-back, who walks away chastened, but under no illusions what happens next should that be repeated. And the Rams have, I thought it was a free kick on the far side, but he's looking as though he's taking, yes, it is a dead ball on the ground, although it's in a throw-in type of area, right on the far side, about 25 yards out. A chance to keep the pressure on the Marske United goal. Ramsbottom, a goal to the good here. Jamie Rodder nearly doubled that a few months ago, but the free kick, another in-swinger, and it's another one, of course, the problem, flying... 10 minutes the time given for the goal by Richie Baker. Good start for Ramsbottom United here, and influence gives them something to hold on, and means that Marske United have to come out at them in the coming minutes. So it should lead to an even more exciting game, as Marske, there's no point of them shutting up shop now because they're losing. So it means they have to come forward. It might in turn leave gaps for Ramsbottom to exploit. Ball is with Jack Norton, the custodian for Marske, to our left. Looks up, looking to play the ball forward. It's across the halfway line, a lot of movement up front, but it's not one. It's Rhys Fishwick wins it, and yet again, immediately, no thought but to drive forward. Very attacking play from fullback, right back Fishwick, as it was against Liverpool, City of Liverpool the other night, and he's impressed us again today with his positive attitude. But the flip side of that is that it can leave gaps that Marske are looking to exploit, and they were very nearly set away in that very same gap that Fishwick was covering on the far side. So although it's entertaining, the manager might take a slightly different view, especially when Rams are winning 1-0, as to whether they should perhaps consolidate rather than go for more. But the ball is with Ramsbottom United, a throw-in in front of the Harriet Williams Stadium grandstand on the far side, and it's lobbed forward, it's in the air. Thompson goes up, Rodder wins the scraps, looks to set Nick Evangelinos away, but Evangelinos has too much ground to recover, and it's with Marske, who can play it around in the wrong half. It's back with custodian Jack Norton. Norton plays it out to his right back. Nick Evangelinos trots across to get the cover in place. It comes down in front of our commentary booth to the figure of, looks like Stevenson, plays it inside to Curtis Round. He looks to put inside, and it's with the highly rated Leon Scott. We spoke about him in the pre-match, and danger from Marske, and it's pushed out for a corner, but just for a moment, Anna, I thought that Ramsbottom was shaking a little bit there.
Definitely, yes.
So the pace up front of Marske and the swift movement is causing Rams problems, and we saw that they had that excellent chance to take the lead. So these guys are here near the top of the league for good reason, and Ramsbottom need to be on top of the game to keep the score, to keep that score sheet blank for them. But they managed that against City of Liverpool. Let's see where they can today. The corner comes in, another in-swinger, a vicious one. Stewart palms it out, fists it out, which was perhaps the right call, and it's away, because there was a lot of people on Tom Stewart there, a lot of melee, and I thought Stewart did the right thing rather than try and catch it, drop it. He punched it out and it averted the danger. Ball's with Ramsbottom, a throw-in on the far side in front of the edge of the box on the far side. Ramsbottom leading 1-0 here at the Riverside. Hope you're enjoying it on the radio, as we're enjoying the match here in person. Anna Laudian and I in the commentary booth, and I will be taking over shortly to describe the second half of the first half action for you. But the ball is with Marske United. They're playing it forward yet again, looking to go forward. Picked up by Eddie Moran. Long sweeping pass finds Evangelinos. Looks as though it's going to go out of play on this halfway line where the dugouts are at the Riverside, and it's a Marske United throw. Jockeying for position as the throw-in comes in, and he's set his man free, and number 6 Lugsden makes the interception, but it is another throw into Marske United in quite a dangerous position, about 35 yards out, with Callum Martin, and Evangelinos picks up the pieces, but only as far as the Marske player. Martin's involved again, the flick on. Marske looking forward to getting the ball moving at pace up front. They don't take time on the immediate first touch stuff, which is delightful to see. On that occasion it didn't quite work as the ball went out of play, and Tom Stewart was able to retrieve it and take his time, putting it back into the goal area for a goal kick. Ball was with custodian Stewart in front of the John Fox stand. He does a rugby-style tap of the ground and then doesn't use the hole that is created. The ball is on the 6-yard line. Stewart looks down the pitch and dispatches it a long, raking clearance. It's picked up in the air by Gooden, but broken down. And this time for Marske United to break yet again. Intercepted by Thompson. Thompson takes it down the line. Still in, but it's Marske United ball in front of the Jeff Lace, about halfway. And it's towards the centre spot as Marske United spray the ball around confidently at the back, looking for a way into the game. Unhurried, plenty of time, 3/4 of the game still to go, so there's no panic for Marske United. Number 11 dispatches a slicer shot forward and it goes wide of custodian Stewart's goal, but just an indication of the danger that Marske do possess. They didn't waste time, and the immediate thought was to shoot in front of Tom Stewart's goal, and it just dragged slightly wide. But I think 3 or 4 chances on her that Marske have engineered, and just a sign of the danger that they possess. Third in the table, and you can see why.
Yes.
I'm going to hand her across to Anna now to take the next portion of the game.
So Tom Kennedy with the ball now. Ramsbottom United with the ball, heading to goal. Oh, just missed there, just wide of the goal.
Yeah, the Ramsbottom player bursting through. They seem to drag it wide a bit, kept the pressure on the Marske goal. Anna, what's impressed you about the first 20 so minutes of this encounter?
I think the good chances which Marske has had, and I think Ramsbottom need to be like now. They're on the ball.
A late flag as the ball is dispatched into the goal in front of the John Fox stand. We did see the flag, but it wasn't instantaneous. There was a half second where one's heart is looking up and mercifully around. There's also a player down in the middle. I didn't see. The ball is with Tom Stewart, 5 yards outside of his penalty box, so there's no decision given against Rams. It was that flag, which seems a long time ago, 4 offside. It was quite a belated flag. Relief coursed through the Ramsbottom faithful as that went up, and that goal was chalked off. It was quite well dispatched by the Marske front men. But as it is, it's still 1-0 to the Rams, and back to Anna.
And Tom Stewart with a kick then from goal. And Marske have the ball, kicking it into their half. And back for a throw-in. Oh, I think a substitute.
Yeah, so it looks as though that injury was perhaps on the serious side. We did see the referee look towards the bench. Let's see, we'll hear.
Yeah,
so it is indeed.
And number 15, Matthew Waters, is coming on.
So Matthew Waters replaces the impressive Stevenson. Matthew Waters signed for Shildon, September 28. Technically gifted, 2-footed forward, so they've replaced forward with forward, which is a bold move for Marske. And Matthew was ex-Middlesbrough, so he knows how to play at a higher level and is 2-footed and a dangerous forward. So it's like for Marske, so no intention of anything other than chasing this game, trailing 1-0. At this time, it looks like Gooden is down again on the far side. Gooden seems to have his beating of his front fullback.
The referee has a card out.
So we saw the referee having quite a lengthy chat a few minutes, and now seems to have followed up upon that threat and some claims of innocence, but yellow card brandished. I suspected that might be coming on him.
And a free kick for Ramsbottom United by Tom Kennedy. He's just getting ready to take the ball. The referee blows his whistle and Tom Kennedy kicks the ball straight into the goalie's hand. Number 11, Lewis Curtis Ryan, goes straight for the ball. Oh, a fast run from Marske United, but out for a throw-in. 11 with the throw-in there to number 7. Back to the defence of Marske United. Oh. Tom Kennedy with a header then. Number 5 attacking. And Marske United are currently attacking. Curtis Rounds has the ball. Passing it into the just outside the box. Number 10 has the ball. A lot of attacking going on here. Ramsbottom United now have the ball. Defending well, passing it to number 8. Oh. Marske United have won the ball. And I think that the goalie now, Tom Stewart, now has the ball for Ramsbottom United, getting ready for a goal kick. Goal kick for Ramsbottom United, and straight to the Marske United player's head. Back to Ramsbottom United. Then Marske United have it in the ball in their area. Back to their goalkeeper, Jack Norton, in the yellow kit. Another goal kick. Tom Kennedy has the ball, defending for Ramsbottom United. Oh. The referee is speaking to Marske United number 8. I think it is a free kick for Ramsbottom United. Tom Kennedy is taking it, the captain. And he kicks the ball. Marske United head it back to Ramsbottom United, number 4. Ramsbottom United attacking. I think it is a throw-in for Ramsbottom United. And then back to Ramsbottom's goalie, Tom Stewart, with a kick from him. Back to the halfway line, Tom Kennedy with a header there. Ramsbottom United attacking now, number 4 with the ball, number 11. Coming, oh, and I think, is that a corner? Corner for Ramsbottom United at the Jack Wolfen stand. Still 1-0 to Ramsbottom United. And a corner kick. Ramsbottom United preparing to take the kick. Oh. Not sure what's going on. All the players preparing for the kick. Referee blows his whistle. Corner kick comes in, straight to Marske United head. I think that's a goal kick. Jack Norton with the ball, ready to do the goal kick. 1-0 here to Ramsbottom United. A goal kick for Marske United in their half now. Ramsbottom United defended that. And a throw-in from Marske United. Back to the goalie. Jack Norton in the yellow kit has the ball. And he's kicking it out. Oh, and I think that is a throw-in for Ramsbottom United. Fishwick is taking the throw-in in the far corner near the Harry Williams Stadium. (1-0) to Ramsbottom, and the throw-in. Fishwick heads. Tom Kennedy has the ball, defending well. Passes to number 10. Then a run with number 7. Callum Martin for Ramsbottom United in the and goal.
Excellent goal by Rams. Gooden got away down the right, squared it across, and finished with a plum in the middle, swept home in front of the Jack Wolferman stand to our left. 2-0 to Ramsbottom.
That's a great goal, that.
Evangelinos alert to that. Looked for Gooden, who's caused torment down that side. He's already seen his opposite number receive a booking, so he's a bit nervous, and he's tormented that number 2 on that side, and he got past his man, swept it across, low, well placed, and Andrew Mays having something of a torrid afternoon at the hands of Ira Gooden this afternoon as Ramsbottom double their lead, and they're somewhat in the ascendancy. Anna, you enjoyed that goal, Anna?
Yes, I did, yes. It's a great one.
Ira Gooden has caused havoc down that side. He's running smooth, silky running style, and the devastating the pass across was lovely, and it was just left for Nick Evangelinos, who doesn't miss those, just to sweep confidently into the net. And Ramsbottom have a comfortable looking 2-0, and we said that it was going to be a tight game, Anna, and now, as is the game the other day, Ramsbottom find themselves 2-0 up with the defender on a yellow.
But don't speak too soon. And Marske United with the ball, heading to their goal, number 10 with the ball. He's been a good one so far. Oh, and is this a shot for Marske? Goal. Marske United. Oh, offside.
Dangerous shot though. It appeared to ripple the net, which is why people around the ground thought it was in. But actually, mercifully for Ramsbottom, they didn't succumb to the sucker punch, so they remain 2-0 up, albeit with a Marske United corner to keep the pressure on.
And Marske United still attacking. Tom Kennedy with the ball from defence, running out. Oh, some great passing there. Ramsbottom United, number 7 with the ball. Oh, straight through, number 9. Heading towards goal. Shoots, and Jack Norden saves it in his yellow kit. Passes it straight to number 8. Straight on to number 10, but heading straight on goal. Got three Rammy defenders there. I think it's a corner for Marske United.
Quick flowing section of the game there, Anna. As I think Ruben Drum was slightly disappointed not to have done better with that shot. He set himself up well, and it looked as odds on he was ready to bend it in the far corner in the event of a rather tame shot went straight to the keeper. Setting Marske United away, and they've now have a corner, another corner, quite a series of them. Sooner or later you feel they're going to make one pay. Let's hope it's not now.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is. Marske United back into it, simple corner, in swinger, headed powerfully past Stewart, and they've deserved that.
So it's 2-1 here. Ramsbottom United winning 2-1.
I think Rams will be a bit disappointed at that one. A soft goal, corner and in swinger, powerfully headed, a bit of a carbon copy of the Kennedy and Baker goal earlier on in the game, and it's put Marske right back in the game from what was quite a comfortable looking position for Ramsbottom.
And Tom Kennedy with the ball. Ramsbottom United currently attacking. Oh, a goal kick there for Marske United. Straight into the Ramsbottom player. Marske United number 10. He's been one to watch so far.
Yeah, he's caught the eye. He lost his strike partner Andrew Stevenson earlier, but Louis Johnson, number 10, has impressed both Anna and I with his strong running and layoffs this afternoon. And Marske right back in it at 2-1 down now. And another cross comes in, and Ramsbottom scramble it away. Nick Evangelinos with it.
Ramsbottom United attacking now. Number 7 had the ball. I think it's a throw-in for Ramsbottom United. Hopefully, let's hope this can be a good attacker. See if they can. I think Tom Kennedy is going up to take the throw-in. And now it's a throw-in for Marske United. far corner. Marske United preparing to do the throw-in. Take a throw-in. And it's been headed back out. Another Marske United throw. Back in. Ramsbottom United win the ball, but the Marske United defender back to the goalie. And oh, good tackle there from Ramsbottom United to the Marske United goalie. Ramsbottom United back with the ball. Back to number 8. Oh, doing some good attacking here. I think it's a free kick to Ramsbottom United.
Well, we talked earlier about dead balls and how Tom Kennedy might like to have a crack, and we can see him. We can see him trotting up. He's already dispatched or delivered a wonderful corner, and you can see Kennedy stood alongside Richie Baker. But it might be a little bit far out for him. Let's see what emerges.
Oh, Tom Kennedy to number 4, I think.
It looks like Edmaran received it.
Back to Tom Kennedy. Ramsbottom United still with the ball. Headed by Marske United. Ramsbottom won the ball back. Currently attacking. Number 7 with the ball. To number 11. Now back to number 8. In the far right corner. Number 2 coming down with the ball now. Oh, attacking well. Oh, just lost the ball there. Back to Ramsbottom United in the far right corner. Marske United won the ball. Back in the Ramsbottom half. Tom Stewart with the goal kick. Straight to Tom Kennedy at the halfway line. A great pass there to number 8. He's currently attacking. Some great passing here. Oh. Ramsbottom United player currently down, number 11. I think it'll be a free kick possibly. Yeah, free kick to Ramsbottom United. We can see another one of Tom Kennedy's. See what Tom Kennedy can do with this free kick.
Yeah, it's a long way out. I know I think he'll be testing his abilities from 45 yards, but I'm sure he can create something dangerous. Richie Baker alongside him there.
Referee blows the whistle. Tom Kennedy with a pass that goes straight out to a throw-in to Marske United. A goal kick to Marske United. Straight to Tom Kennedy. Ramsbottom United attacking the ball. Marske United win the ball. Number 8 with the ball. Marske United defending, passing it between them. Good header there from Ramsbottom United. Defender. I think it's a throw-in for Ramsbottom United. I think Tom Kennedy. Yep, it's right in front of us here. Tom Kennedy's throwing in the ball. And Marske United head the ball into the pitch. Ramsbottom United. Oh, we've won the ball. What a great... Tom Kennedy back with the ball now. Looking for another player to pass to. Great passing back to Tom Kennedy. Down the left side.
Entertaining game, I know, here at the Riverside. It's 2-1 to Ramsbottom United. Marske United back in the game following that header from a corner a few moments ago has put a different complexion on the game. Marske working hard. Ramsbottom perhaps slightly fortuitously 2 goals to the good. Gooden causing havoc down the right hand side, but Marske showing their quality and right back in it, and the replacement up front just as effective as his predecessor Stevenson. So Marske pushing back, and it wouldn't take much for an equaliser to occur as the gloom starts to gather a little bit at the Riverside. I wouldn't be surprised to see the lights make a half-time appearance here at the Riverside.
Ramsbottom United defending the ball in the box. Tom Kennedy with the kick. No. I think that's a throw in to Ramsbottom. No, a free kick. So Tom Kennedy with the kick. That's it to number 7. On with the ball, on with the goal, running to the goal, and he shoots. Oh, just wide there.
Delightful swerving free kick. Gary Budden was onto it, and he looked up to the far post. The ball drifted past that post agonisingly, and what was another great chance for Ramsbottom United. So they've had the chances themselves. Not only in Marske come forward, but Ramsbottom could have had a couple of extra goals as well with both Jerome and I think there was Ira Gooden. Very clever running, and just swept it just wide. So Ramsbottom still maintain plenty of menace themselves, even though Marske have come back into it. So a finely poised game, Anna.
Definitely exciting. I think. Oh, could go either way. Ramsbottom United with the ball. Currently attacking near the corner flag. Back into the Marske United with a kick out. Goalkeeper Tom Stewart with a kick. Back into the Ramsbottom half. Oh, an attack there from Marske United. Oh, there is Ramsbottom United defending there. Back to Marske United. I think that's a free kick to Marske United, but there's a Ramsbottom United player down. He's back up now.
Okay, Eddie Moran felt that. Crunching tackle by Moran, but it has ceded the free kick to Marske in a dangerous position. Marske looking to get level just before half-time. It'd be a bitter blow to Ramsbottom if that was to occur. A dangerous looking free kick here.
Free kick taken by Marske United into the penalty box. With a shot on goal.
Oh! It was,
really have scored that.
yeah, there was a ball came across to a free kick. It was rifled across the box. The incoming man rushing in. Looks as though for all the world it was in. And in fact, it just cleared the top of the net. Very, very lucky let off, I think, for Ramsbottom there, Anna.
Definitely, yeah.
So Ramsbottom riding. They look clinging on to this 2-1 at the moment. They look so comfortable at 2-0, which I thought slightly flattered them. And Marske showing that they've got plenty of menace themselves, and they should have been level there. And it looks as though for all the world that was going to the roof of the net. Instead it cleared the crossbar, and Tom Stewart has the ability to clear it.
And a goal kick from Ramsbottom United. Oh, I think that's a free kick.
Eddie Moran down again. Seems to be the recipient of some tough challenges at the moment, and he's writhing around with agony this time. He got up before after a crunching tackle, but this time looks like it's a bit more serious, and the physios rush on. Moran in some discomfiture.
Free kick there for Ramsbottom United. Now a throw in for Marske United.
Yeah, the half-time whistle has gone here at the Riverside, and Ramsbottom hold the lead 2-1 to the good. Hard-fought encounter. 45 minutes to go. Very enjoyable first half. Let's hope that Anna and I are able to replicate that in the second half. And Ramsbottom United kicking from left to right. We'll quickly go through the team sheets again. For Ramsbottom United, Tom Stewart in goal. Reece Fishwick at number 2. And as we break off, as Ruben Jerome goes down and a spot kick is given, and the keeper remonstrates, but it did look like a spot kick to me as the through ball and a yellow for keeper Norton. And this could be very interesting for Ramsbottom. A strong run by Jerome. He took his man on and the keeper brought him down. I don't think he had too much choice. He was remonstrating, but I'm not quite sure why, because it looked like a stonewall penalty to me, and it looks like Tom Kennedy is the trusted bootman to step forward, the number 3, dependable. Let's see whether he is now, because this could be a big moment, not just today, but for the season, as Kennedy looks up. He's on the edge of the box, along with his teammates. He's staring at the custodian. Kennedy steps forward, smashes it in. 3-1, an emphatic penalty. Restores Ramsbottom's 2-goal lead here almost immediately in the second half. A couple of minutes into the second half, and Ramsbottom have the set 2-goal lead. A dangerous through ball, Ruben Jerome onto it, upended by keeper Norton, and it did look a penalty. Norton went through the motions really of arguing, wasn't well received by referee Crossley. The yellow card ensued, and even more unfortunately for Marske, the ball ended up in the back of the net in no uncertain manner as Tom Kennedy dispatched it. We were on about to run through the team sheets, which we'll do so I'll start again. Tom Stewart in goal for the Rams, Reece Fishwick number 2, Captain Kennedy, who just scored just now with the penalty, number 3, Eddie Moran, who took a clatter or two in the first half, number 4. Number 5 is Luke Thompson, and number 6, Kelvin Lugsden. Number 7, the impressive Ira Goodham. 8, Jamie Rother. 9, Ruben Jerome, just upended a moment ago. 10, Richie Baker, scorer of the first goal, and his first goal for the Rams, and number 11, Nick Evangeline, sent for Marske.
For Marske United, in goal is Jack Norton. Number 2 is Andrew May. Number 3 is Matthew Garbutt. 4, Leon Scott. 5, Craig Gott. 6, Adam Wheatley. 7, Callum Martin. 8, Lewis Maloney. 9, Andrew Stephenson. 10, Lewis Johnson, and 11, Curtis Round.
Yeah, Stevenson is actually off the pitch now, and he was replaced. I think was it Matty Waters came on for him. His name of the team, so it's a Waters able replacement. Stevenson impressed us both whilst he was on the pitch, and Ramsbottom yet to make a sub despite a couple of crunching tackles. So I think manager Wilcock, he's seen his team now score 8 goals in the last 2 games. So he seems to have got the up-front element of the team purring quite nicely, and no doubts about the firepower for Rams. And he seems to have tightened up at the back. Only puncture to that was today's headed goal. It's something of a carbon copy of the Ramsbottom goal, in-swinging corner, a long raking cross just wide. Oh, it's in! And that was an amazing shot. It seemed to have gone wide, but number 10 Baker gets the applause. A long, rasping 35-yard bullet of a shot. It seems to have gone into the side netting. Everybody was stood watching, waiting for the ball to be removed from the side netting. In fact, it was the main goal, and it was a lovely goal by Baker. So he's on a hat-trick now, and he'll be suddenly Ramsbottom from looking a bit shaky at 2-1, and now 4-1 to the good. 9 goals dispatched in the last 2 games, and the crowd behind that goal had a delightful view. They couldn't believe how good a shot that was. It was a low kind of skimmer of a shot with some venom in it, and just flew in. And nobody could quite believe it was in. And there was a moment of pause before the crowd erupted, and Richie Baker quite rightly received the plaudits of his fans as Moran moves forward against them. The Rams looked like a different proposition, 4-1 up. He scored twice in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Anna, what do you say to that?
Just wow, I don't know what we said at half time, but whatever was said didn't work.
Yeah, whatever was in the tea, we want some, don't we? That was an extra set of a shot by Baker. It was such a shot that nobody could quite believe it had rifled in. Everybody expected it to be withdrawn from the side, but it wasn't. It was the net that rippled for good reason. And Baker, who's headed one, and now he's rifled one, and he could have almost a perfect hat-trick if he plays his cards right in the remaining half hour or so. So Ramsbottom 4-1, and I don't think many would have predicted this scoreline at the start of the game, Anna. So I hope that local game with excitement that you indicated you like this afternoon is coming to. For those listening on the radio, I hope you're enjoying it as much as we are under the floodlights here at the Riverside. It's quite a spectacle. A lovely little ground here in Ramsbottom, tree-lined, smart, well-maintained, good atmosphere, and Marske, of contributed to that, and now of course the Rams 4-1 to the good, so it's going to take some salvaging on for Marske United to save this one. They do have what looks like a corner, and they did score from a corner, so it's the chance to do some kind of salvaging operation on the far side. And the ball comes through, it's hidden behind a clutch of Marske supporters, but the ball's brought away by the Rams. It looks like Ira Gooden, silky skills, far side. Oh, beats his man yet again. Ira Gooden having a terrific afternoon. He perhaps deserves a goal as well. Looks up, finds support from Rother. Oh no, so Rother now on the ball rather. So Rother is forced off the ball by the defender. Supported by like Fishwick just in front of us. He's had a splendid game. Reece Fishwick really impressed us. Always looking to go forward. Kept the position after coming on as a sub on Tuesday. Driving, dynamic kind of fullback, and he creates all kinds of problems. Not scared to go at the teams, and that sometimes creates panic in opposition teams. And Marske 4-1 down, a long way from home, and it could be more as Eddie Moran goes in. It's followed up by Rother, who wins it fairly. A few players on the ground, but the refs allowed, quite rightly, play to go on to a sprawl of bodies, but none of them constituted an infringement, according to referee Crossley. Quite rightly, I've been very impressed with the way he's let the game flow, and it's led to a very exciting encounter on Lothian.
Definitely, yes. And Marske United defence now have the ball. Adam Ripley back defending, and Ramsbottom United back. The referee, I think he's giving a free kick, possibly. He's just talking to Marske United player. Yes, a free kick.
Didn't see any cards flourished there, but obviously the referee saw an infringement in the middle of the pitch. Marske chasing a game from 4-1 down away from home now, so they've got to throw everything at this game. They do still look as though they've got goals in, and I know I'm not convinced that the scoring will actually finish here today, even though it's 4-1 already. It certainly feels that Marske could nick one, possibly two more, and who knows what Rams could do on that when they play with this kind of form. They certainly got goals in themselves, so we've picked, I think, a good game to treat ourselves to and share with you on Roach Valley Radio this afternoon. Big swung clearance from Ramsbottom, forces the ball away. They could go two ways for Ramsbottom. They could shut up shop and just try and close the game out. There's a long time to go there, or they could keep playing and just see what happens. And I think the crowd would like the latter. When Ramsbottom are on song, they are a delight to watch, and why not keep going? Who knows what might happen later in the season. They're 4-1 to the good here. Two quick goals in the second half. A penalty and then a stunner from Richie Baker. His first two goals from Ramsbottom United, and he was met with some acclaim as to his missile of a shot, which hardly anybody realised was in. And it was a delay as the crowd realised what a good finish that was onto the right-hand side as it thundered into that net. Good goal by Richie Baker, and some acclaim. So he'll be pleased with his afternoon work. It's a throw into Marske just in front of us. A few of their spectators are in the adjoining booth. It's difficult to see past it, but it's lumped forward by Rami, high into the air through to custodian Norton. Beaten 4 times this afternoon, so he'll remember his trip to Ramsbottom, and he's ended up with a booking as well, conceding that penalty. I don't see he had too much chance with the powerful figure of Ruben Jerome bearing down him. I don't see had too many options other than concede that. Made a bit of a complaint about it, but I can't think he had too many as Jerome was upended, and Kennedy duly dispatched the penalty, followed a couple of minutes later by a howitzer of a goal by Richie Baker. Lovely goal, perhaps the goal of the game. There's been some good ones as he dispatched it to the right, the John Fox stand here at Riverside. Some stoppage at the moment. Players just walking around. It's down the left-hand flank of Marske United as they look to claw the way back into this game. And into the box it comes, forced back. May, full back, already on a booking, forces it forward, but it's bouncing around a little bit rather than the menace they showed in the first half, and Rams are matching them for the endeavour, not letting Marske settle, working so hard to keep the scoreline as it is. 4-1 to the Rams. Excellent afternoon's work for them, and Jamie Rodder with the ball. Lays it off Fishwick chases it, but he's dispossessed. Goes down the left-hand side again. Flag goes up in front of us, and it's going to be a throw-in to the Rams. Quickly taken. The pressure comes on. It's still bouncing around the Rams box, so sustained pressure from Marske United at the moment, so they've not given up. Full credit to them. Heads not gone down, despite being 4-1 down. With that 2-goal salvo in the opening minutes of the second half. And now the ball comes for Jenny Rother. Looks to set by Gooden away. Gooden skins his man again. He's done that time and time again. Brings it forward into the box. Still Gooden. And the fullback, covering fullback, is there to dispossess him. So they put 2 men on Gooden there, and rightly so. He's caused havoc down that Marske side today. Fishwick picks up the ball just in front of us, in front of the commentary booth. Dispossessed by the number 5 from Marske, and they can drive forward themselves. They've got this tall order, 4-1 down away from home. The heads have not gone down. The crowd still believes that there's something in the side, but it's a big ask to retrieve this game. 3 goals they need to save, and that's just for a draw. And the referees just stop the game for a moment. Generator hums here at the other side, bringing the floodlights. It looks like a free kick to Ramsbottom United. Custodian Stewart marches forward outside of his box. He's looking at Fishwick. He has got a good range on his kicking. And he's about 25 yards out. He's looking up, so he's looking to launch the ball forward again. Jerome moves around up front. Eddie Moran on the move on the far side, picks it up, heads it across to Ruben Jerome, back to goal, turns, spins, gets it across, but there's nobody in the box, and it's cut out on the centre spot by the big number 5. Jerome battling back, excellent, keep the pressure on, good work rate from Ramsbottom, but this time it's right back to the other end, and some good-natured cheering from our friends at Marske United. Hope they're enjoying it despite the scoreline today. They've looked very menacing up front, and they've been a little bit unfortunate to be 4-1 down. I think the fans here can't quite believe it is 4-1, but Rams, when they go forward, are menacing themselves. And every Marske pass at the moment has been greeted with a degree of delight. To my packed booth to the left, the hospitality booth here at Ramsbottom is well patronised by the Marske faithful, and I hope they're enjoying it. It goes through. It looks like an infringement, and it looks like a free kick to Ramsbottom on the far side in front of the Jack Wolfenden stand. And the ball with custodian Stewart, a chance to take a little bit of heat out of the situation. We're coming up to 15 minutes into the second half here at the Riverside. Ramsbottom United 4, Marske United 1. Not many, I think, would have predicted that at the start of the play. I think the feeling was that a draw would be a good result for the Rams today against a powerful side. Instead, they found the net 4 times, and every time they go forward they look menacing, as indeed the Marske. They've perhaps got more goals in them themselves. We've got another 3 to retrieve. This not is a moot point, but they have the ball now, move it forward, and Livingston chases the ball to the far side, dispatches it into the tries to find Moran, but it's cut out by Marske on the halfway line. Still playing good football, Marske at the back, still trying to be positive, spreading it around at the back. They're a good side, and somewhat unlucky to be 4-1 down. The key players I think have been Ira Gooden, who's really impressed me with his movement today, and the 2 lovely goals by Richie Baker, the first 2 goals for Ramsbottom United this afternoon. Looks like the ball has gone out of play on the near side, and a throw-in can be anticipated. Looks like Reece Fishwick is looking up, and Nick Evangelinos just in front of us, looking hungry as ever. Taken by Jerome. Tries to backheel it through to Evangelinos, but the ball is cut out and dispatched forward. Cut out by Ramsbottom this time, so the ball's bouncing around a little bit scrappy at the moment. Give the players that, given the endeavour in the half. And the ball comes forward again. It's a little bit of head tennis at the moment, and Eddie Moran sprays the ball out to Gooden. Been so impressive today, not on this occasion, as he stumbles and loses the ball. For once he doesn't beat his man. It's still the Ramsbottom in the centre of the park. Spreading it around again, looking up. Kennedy looks for Evangelinos. Evangelinos is broken free. He's down the side. He can keep this in. He keeps it hard, keeps it low, and it finds a Marske defender on the Ramsbottom man. But a great cross from Nick Evangelinos, hard and low. And those are so dangerous to defend. Luckily for Marske, there was a man on hand to do just that. Rams keep the pressure on, looking for a 5th goal. Scored 5 against City of Liverpool in the week. lofty ball won't find it. Anna, what are your views on this half?
Well, very Marske United attacking, isn't it?
Yeah, but Ramsbottom have got the 2 goals. It's slightly ironic, isn't it? That half time it's 2-1, and we're saying how poised it was, and suddenly that salvo has made it very, very hard for Marske. We're 15 minutes and more into the second half, so they've got half an hour to retrieve this. Can you see Marske getting 3 goals in half an hour?
Possibly not 3, maybe a 1.
Yeah.
I think Ramsbottom could sneak.
Yeah, there's nothing to stop Ramsbottom extending it, because Marske have to come at them. And to the credit, the head hasn't gone down. They're still playing lovely football. Like you said, they've attacked, but with less effect. A couple of players are hobbling at the moment. I can see Marske defender looking at a degree of discomfiture. And the good nature fans to our left are a little bit silent. So enjoyed the team and enjoyed the play. They've come up to play. That's which is good to see. But receiving a bit of a lesson here at the Rams. He's down on the left-hand side. The whistle is gone again. Looks like Marske looking to launch the ball in. The physio's come on again. That player hobbling that we mentioned is now down. So I can't see him continuing. Something's kicking off down the far side, and we're not quite sure what's happening down there. There's and the red, and so it looks like Lugsden and the Marske player have been involved, and something's happening down that far side to enrage the player. And the good-natured Marske fans have indicated it might have been a headbutt. I hope not. Certainly the players are moving away. I gather that a red car was flourished in there. Keeper custodian Stewart places the ball on the 6-yard line, indicating a goal kick will be taken after all of that. I don't think it's a free kick. I didn't have a good view of the incident, but there was a big shout. And I gather a red card has been flourished here at the Riverside this afternoon, so if things weren't bad enough for Marske United, they've deteriorated further, and the lights flicker once again. Perhaps I need. So number 10, I gather, is now in the one that was so impressive for Anna Lowthian a few moments ago, is
Lewis Johnson.
And he impressed Anna with his work rate. Sadly shown a different facet of his game just now. Anna, as he certainly had a memorable afternoon, and some jeering as the player comes along the touchline in front. He doesn't look too distraught, I must say. And he makes a bit of a walk of shame in front of us to some comments from both sets of fans as he puts his high-vis jacket in. I have seen more upset players being dispatched. It doesn't look as though the half-time bath or the early bath is something that is going to cause too much displeasure, but as we were saying, now it's a tough call for Marske United. They're 4-1 down away from home. They've lost a key man that impressed Anna Lowthian and I, and it's all going a little bit wrong for them. So they're good-natured fans. Let's see whether they stay that way. The free kick to Ramsbottom United. Fishwick on the halfway line. Fishwick launches it towards Rubens Road, back to goal. Does well to lay it off. Finds Kennedy. Kennedy in turn. Looks for Gooden. And he in turn finds Kennedy. Okay, ball cross comes in. Eddie Moran up, and Moran is out-muscled on that occasion, but the scraps pick up, and it's back for Lugsden on the halfway line. Chooses to go all the way back to Kennedy, to Stewart rather, in the goal. And at this juncture, I'll hand you back to Anna Lowthian. We'll take on the next portion of the game. You're enjoying it, Anna?
Yes, I am. It's a different experience. I And that's a throw in for Ramsbottom United. And number 2 attacking. Number 4. Oh, and number 4 there just slipped in the penalty box. I think he fell over. Marske United running through the ball. Ramsbottom United back with the ball. Attacking now. Oh, no one was there. And a throw in for Marske United. To the Harry Williams Stadium. And it's 4-1 here. Marske United defending. And a kick out. Back to Ramsbottom United defender. Puts it back. And Ramsbottom United with the ball again. Marske United. Excellent defending over there. Ramsbottom United having the ball. And then Ramsbottom with the ball. Marske United defending. Marske United number 11 with the ball. Defending. Some good passes here. Marske United attacking in the top right corner, near the corner flag. They've still got the ball. Passing it into the penalty box and headed by Ramsbottom United player. And then Ram United with the ball attacking through. I think it's number 11, Curtis Round, and he's attacking now into the. Oh, yeah. Number 7 with the ball back to number 8 for Ramsbottom United. Then, number 11 Curtis Round there with.
Lovely move from the Rams there, Anna, with Jamie Rother feeding the low cross in. Met at the near post. It looks as though he'd done enough to steer it in, but it's just wide of the goal in front of the John Fox stand. Nearly number 5th for Ramsbottom. Lovely move.
Ramsbottom United back to attacking now. Marske United get the ball, put it back. Ramsbottom United still attacking with the ball. Coming down now. Number 2 to Fishwood. With the ball back to number 7. Ooh, free kick to Ramsbottom United. Tom Kennedy getting ready to take the free kick. Let's see what he can do with this. Do wonders. The referee's just talking to the Marske United player at the moment. Tom Kennedy kicks the ball into the penalty area, headed by Marske United out for a corner kick for Ramsbottom United, the John Fox stand. Corner kick being taken by Curtis Round in the far left corner. Let's see what they can do with this corner then. Kick into the. Oh, the goalie kicks it out. That was going to go in. Goalie got his hand on it. Marske United player kicking the ball out.
Still warm, Chris.
Marske United still with the ball, defending well. And a throw into Ramsbottom United. Throw in Marske United, head it out, another throw in for Ramsbottom United. It's 4-1 here, starting to get dark. Another throw, nope. Ramsbottom United. And Fishwick taking the throw-in for the Rams. Finds number 7, back to number 2. Goal kick. And Jack Norton in the yellow kit, taking the goal kick. Or substitute.
Looks like Daniel Nadola is about to enter the action for the Rams. Eddie Moran walking off to applause. And well Moran today, and replaced lightly light, hard-working Nadola, who passed us on Tuesday. Ramsbottom United 4-1 to the good here at the Riverside in the closing stages of this game now. Perhaps 15 minutes to go. Marske United find themselves 4 goals to 1 down with 15 minutes gone, with Anna Lothian enjoying the afternoon's entertainment here at the Riverside. An entertaining game, Anna.
Yes, definitely. And a great score line at the moment for Ramsbottom United.
And it's Ira Gooden coming off to applause in front of us. He's been devastating this afternoon. He knows he's played well. He's clapping the Ramsbottom fans, and it's mutual admiration for a great game by Gooden. And it's with the custodian for Marske who launches it forward. We'll be back to Anna.
And Ramsbottom United with the ball, attacking again. And a throw in for Marske United. Taken by number 8, Maloney. Past the halfway line. Tom Kennedy with a kick back to Rams goalkeeper. And kicked out. And headed out by Marske United player. Throw in to Ramsbottom United, taken by Tom Kennedy. Just under the Jeffley stand. Ramsbottom United coming through with the ball to number 16.
It looks as though Jones is on as well. Didn't see him announced in that substitution, so perhaps he came on for Ira Gooden. But the long figure of Jones, who can be devastating on his game, has joined Nadola on the pitch as well, so Jones is on as well. Ball is with custodian Stewart. Looks to launch it forward again. Big long kick. And the finds of Marske centre half as a hand you back to Anna Lothian.
Ramsbottom United with the ball. Back to Jones with the ball. Oh, pass through to Marske United's goalie, Jack Norton, in the yellow kit. Getting ready to take the goal kick. Takes it straight to the head of Marske United player. Marske United with the ball. The attacking player, defender from Rams gets the ball. And throw it for Ramsbottom United.
Balls with Tom Kennedy just inside half of Ramsbottom United, about halfway in the half towards this right-hand touchline. Kennedy's looking up and plays it forward.
Throw-in for Ramsbottom United.
All the substitutions for runs have been made, so there's no more to come. There's the languid figure of Carl Jones just in front of us. And Fishwick's closing up.
Another throw in there for Ramsbottom United. Back into the penalty box. The 16 with the ball. Oh, the defender. Oh, Ramsbottom United back with the ball. Passes it to Tom Kennedy. Stand. Oh, offside.
The heat seems to have gone out of the game in the last few minutes. I don't know whether Marske have thrown in the towel and gone for a damage limitation exercise. They're down to 10 men here at the Riverside, and obviously 4-1 down as well, so it's going to be a long journey back. Perhaps a happy one for them, with what is looking increasingly likely to be a defeat against their name today. They're riding high in the table, but Rams beat City of Liverpool here 5-0 on Tuesday, and seem to be following up a 4-1 up already against Marske. And Marske down to 10 men on top of that. The departing individual didn't look too unhappy to be sent off. I've seen unhappier looking players, I must say, but there we are. That's it was down to 10 men for Marske. They're 4-1 down as well. Ball is down the left-hand side, and Marske square it across. But custodian Stewart gathers it quite comfortably. Takes his time releasing it. Rolls it out in front of him. Looks up the field and launches it. Another long one from Stewart, 60-odd yards into the Marske half, but dealt with quite comfortably by the Marske defence. Back to Arnold.
Ramsbottom United defending the ball. In their half, that's Tom Kennedy. This is over the defence. Ramsbottom still with the ball to Jones, number 16. Back to number 2. And then back to Tom Stewart in the green with a goal kick. Marske United head that. And 8. Maloney with the ball. Coming through, back to Maloney. I think that's offside.
Not had too many of those today. I know very few stoppages, unnecessary stoppages. The game has just gone a little bit scrappy, I feel, in the last few minutes, and it's a little bit as though they're going through the motions for the closing portions after that quite dramatic salvo. About 10 minutes or so left. A few of the early stragglers starting to make their way towards the gates here, but you might regret that if there's more action.
Marske United with the ball in their half. Ramsbottom United trying to attack. Marske United with the ball, attacking through. Got through and Ramsbottom United get the ball. Oh, but I think that's a free kick for Marske United. It's going to be taken by their number 8, Maloney. He's getting ready to take the free kick. Maloney. Referee blows it and he kicks straight to the head of one of their teammates. Back to Marske United with the ball. A goal kick for Ramsbottom United. Tom Stewart in the green kit. Goal kick. So Jones heads it Ramsbottom United throw in. Back to Marske United with the ball now. Running into the half. Number 11 with the ball all the way, got through. Now 5, Ramsbottom United. Thompson defends the ball. Ramsbottom United coming now with the ball. Jones with the ball. Come on. Against 2 defenders. He shoots and just lied at the post. Goal kick for Marske United. Jack Newton with the goal kick. (4-1) here. Ramsbottom United versus Marske United. Marske United down to 10 men.
Bit of a wild challenge there. Looks like Ruben Jerome leaves his man from Marske writhing around on the floor. Jerome goes across for some condolences. This man takes his time. The team finally gets back up. He's hurt by that, but it looks as though he's going to be fit to continue as the number 8 for Marske United stands over the ball, looking behind the clutch of the fans, but it's about 35 yards out, a little bit out to the left-hand side from the goal. But it's a dangerous enough position. I don't think it would merit a shot at goal from that distance, and it's a short pass. It's retaken eventually. And, low ball comes down the left-hand flank, getting ready to cross it in. Ramsbottom standing tall. Fishwick looks as though he's gathered the ball, and the ball is out of play. And it looks as though Ramsbottom United have defended that well. Looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Sterling Stewart with the ball in no great hurry. Why would it be? The team's 4-1 up here at the Riverside. Marske United, we've just heard, are down to 10 men. And all Ramsbottom have to do is to see out the game as the City of Wells comes tooting past the John Fox stand to the amusement of the crowd here at the Riverside. And a well-timed toot of the whistle, which Roach Valley Radio listeners may have picked up on there. And back to Anna.
Ooh. And a free kick for Marske United, taken by number 8, Maloney. Into the left corner. Marske United are attacking. Back to Ramsbottom United with the ball now, heading towards their half. Free kick for Ramsbottom United, just in their half. Straight to top. Kennedy gets the ball. Looking to pass the consistent forward. Both fell over. Free kick to Ramsbottom United. Quick free kick taken. Still going to take it again. So we're happy with this free kick. We'll take the free kick. Ramsbottom take the free kick. Ooh, nearly headed there, but headed out by Marske United in the penalty box. So Kennedy trying to get the ball. Marske United kick away. Fishwick gets the ball from Rams. Number 9 has the ball in the area. Oh, close, just wide.
It's Ruben Jerome striding onto that. Anna hit it, and it just drifted side of the post. It would have been perhaps a touch flattering, I think, to the Rams to have got a fifth this afternoon, but Jerome came very close to it there. United have cleared the danger and they're pushing forward down the left-hand side, looking for men in support. Through the closing minutes now of this game, Marske United 4-1 down. Still playing football, still trying to retrieve something from it, but they are 4-1 down away from home and down to 10 men, so it might be a tall order for them to do much about the situation here at the Riverside. The ball's down the left-hand side and it's cleared away. Rams can bring it forward and back to Anna Albion.
Ramsbottom United with the ball. Tom Kennedy. Coming through, looking to pass down. It passes back to Ramsbottom United goalkeeper. Tom Stewart. Long kick. Kicks out. United. 14 chases it. Has won it.
Number 5, Jones's cross smashed in again, and it looks like number 10, Richie Baker, is receiving the plaudits. Evangelinos, in fact, has been given the goal. Nick Evangelinos at the far post. Jones did well, drove a low cross across, and there was Evangelinos. He's not going to miss. I don't know, it's 5.
Wow.
He scored 5 Tuesday against the City of Liverpool. The consensus was that this is a much tougher proposition, but they've done it again, 5-1. So the Rams flying high here at the Riverside. Hope you're enjoying it as much as Anna Lothian and I are enjoying it. 5-1 at half time. It was tightly poised at 2-1. And now the Rams.
Goals this half.
Yeah.
To pick for Marske United.
Well, we suggested there might be more goals in the game, and lo and behold, that was the case. From the Ramsbottom point of view, it's gone good news because it's gone to them. They've scored 5 goals for the second consecutive game. That is further going to increase confidence at the Riverside as Ramsbottom start their assault on the league table again. And 5-0 and 5-1 will certainly send a bit of a message out to the league.
Marske United now with a throw-in. Still with the ball now. Passing through the Jones again, has the ball again, coming towards the goal. 16 straight passes through and over to John Fox. Down the ball goes over. A good run from him. Free kick from Marske United to Jeff United. And the yellow kit.
Well, must be into the closing minutes of the game now, Anna. Marske United are 5-1 down. They are down to 10 men. Can you see them retrieving this?
A miracle.
Anna indicates that she can.
Still attacking around. This is a free kick. Manchester United looks like the goal is
He's gone slightly outside of Anna Lowthian's vision, so it's a chance for me to let you know that custodian Tom Stewart has the ball on the left-hand side of the box and can launch it forward and back to Anna.
The kick, Ramsbottom United. Throw in for Ramsbottom United. Just in front of us here. I think we must be near the end of the match now.
Yeah, there were a couple of incidents, weren't there? A couple of treatment episodes during the half for Anna, so it depends how much time the referees decided to add up. And I don't think Marske will be too disappointed to hear the final whistle. It's a bit of a tough one. They're 5-1 down away from home, and they've lost a man to a red card, and it's quite a long way back to Marske as well, so that's going to impinge. And the referee has blown the whistle for a very, very enjoyable half. I hope Anna Lowthian's enjoyed it as much as I have.
Yeah,
and,
definitely. Been a good experience. A great win for Ramsbottom United. Another 5-1 win.
And the fans look as though they're in a good mood departing the ground. The players shake hands, which is good to see. Marske played their part in this game. In the first half, they looked a very skillful side, and certainly you could see going forward wide they scored so many goals. Ramsbottom got the 2-goal cushion. Marske came back at them. And then that quick salvo, I know, just in the opening minutes of the second half, it just seemed to knock the stuffing out of Marske, and the howitzer of the fourth goal.
Definitely,
What a lovely goal that was. People were surprised it had gone in. It was just hit so hard and so true, and then bang, and it looked as though it had gone wide. But after a second or so of delay, the crowd, as we did, we were surprised. It had been so sweetly struck, and the Marske heads perhaps went down, realised that the game was up. Heads started to go a little bit, and Rams played the last half hour quite comfortably, I felt.
Yes, a comfortable win.
Got the fifth, so
Good
the
deserved
players,
win.
Luke Thompson punches there, the Rams players going off to significant applause, everybody happy here at the Riverside. The officials follow them with the ball. They've had good games as well, so we hope you've enjoyed the excitement here at Ramsbottom United, as for the second time in a few days they've fired a salvo of 5 goals. That's 10 goals in the last 2 home games here at the Riverside, and we hope you've enjoyed them listening as we have describing them at the Riverside. Some great goals in there. There was the lovely header from Baker. There was the emphatically driven penalty by Stewart, and then that howitzer of a goal by Baker, and quite a good 5th goal as well, with Carl Jones doing the hard work and putting it on a plate for the inrushing Nick Evangelinos. And the players, the crowd indicate to us as they go past our commentary booth that they've enjoyed it as well, Anna.
Yeah, I think the crowd enjoyed this one. A good match for them to come and watch. Good 5-1-0.
So we can study the league table later on, and it's bound to be perhaps a bit more positive than it was this time last week. The Rams have clocked up 2 home wins, very important ones. And today I felt was quite an important win, because I think the feeling was that the crowd would settle for a draw today, Anna, and lo and behold, they smacked in another 5, and that will send a bit of a signal out, because Marske are a good side.
Yes,
let's
definitely
not forget that.
I
And
think other teams will be a bit wary and scared, I guess.
yeah, so that when they come down to the Riverside, and they won't get hammered with another 5 like we've done twice in a week now.
Yeah, 10 goals in 4 days,
Yeah,
5 days.
and City of Liverpool were no bad side either. They were at the time, I think they were above us in the league, and Marske obviously were 3rd in the table. We'll see later on how that has transpired, but it's set the Rams. It's a long season in this division. You don't have to be top all season. You just need to hit it right, stay in there, and then hit the ground at the right times in the season. And just feel the last couple of games after that dicky run for the Rams in October that they're back to the best, and that the manager's sorted out issues at the back. They're much more solid today. Marske caused problems, but the Rams, I think, dealt with a lot of them pretty well.
Definitely, yeah.
And who's caught your eye today as having a good game?
I think for Ramsbottom United, Fishwick,
Yeah.
his name kept being mentioned.
Yeah.
He's excellent along the side.
Yeah, he adds another dimension of he's not one of the fullback just to sit back and wait, is he? So he drives forward, and he links up so well with Ira Gooden, and suddenly you can see the panic, and pulled that I think it was number 2, May, was giving something of a torrent even before May got booked. we could see it. We could see what a rough ride he was getting, and the referee said, "Look, lad, next time when you're in the book." And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. And it may never quite he got the goal back to his credit, but he knows he's been in a game against Ira Gooden and indeed Fishwick supporting Gooden. They worked so well together down that side that they had another dimension. So I think rightly so. Anybody else caught your eye in either side?
I think Kennedy, but I guess every match he's there with
Kennedy, you can see has played at higher level, and sometimes you can see it. He just doesn't panic, takes his time, nice turn on the ball. He doesn't just swipe it. He will look to play off, and that added dimension, as we saw with the corner, with the assist, and then the penalty, which was dispatched. He knows how to hit a dead ball. So he's got 1 assist and 1 goal, and that's a relatively quiet game for Kennedy. But in the event, he was actually dictating the game for large periods of the time. And he and Fishwick, I thought, were linking up very well. The two fullbacks are not scared to cross it across the back, knowing that the other guy is quite competent at the other side to deal with it. So I was very impressed with those two at the back. That set the tone for the rest of the team. And in the second half, I thought the Rams played just well within their capabilities, and they never really looked like relinquishing it.